All right, you all, welcome. Shabbat Shalom.
I feel like something's not right here.
All right, we're going to light the candles, and we're on page 120 on your prayer book if you want to follow along. And Summer, why don't you come up here and sing for us? It's been real tricky recently. Oh, well, oh my gosh. Wow.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel shalom.
Thank you. We're now moving over to page 128. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achyot kam gad yad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achyot gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achyot gam yachad. We now move to Lechad Odi on page 138 of your prayer books. For this Shabbat, we'll be reciting paragraphs 1, 5, and 9. And we arrive on paragraph 9. I invite you all to stand up and face the entrance as we greet the Shabbat bride. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, Hishmi anu el hamyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shem l'teferet v'letila. Lecha dodi, lecha dodi likra kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likra kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, kiva ore kumi ori, uri sher daberi, kivod Adonai eleka negila. Lecha dodi likra kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likra kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela. Please rise. Bo'iva shalom ateret balal, gam bismicha uvtzola, tochemunei am segula, bo'ichala, lecha dodi likra kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likra kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likra kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likra kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela. You may be seated. We now turn to Shalom Aleichem, which you can find on page 142 of your prayer books. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boechem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Turn the page to 144. Yitkadal v'yitkada shemei rabba, be'elma divrach erotei v'yamlik malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala, uv'izman ka'ariv, v'imaru, amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevarach, le'alam u'lam me'almaya, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei kudusha barichu, le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'al miram be'alma, v'imaru, amen. We now turn the page to 146. I invite you all to rise with me for the Baruch. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Baruch et Adonai, Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai, Hamevorach, Hamevorach, Leolam va'ed. Hamevorach, Hamevorach, Leolam va'ed. Please be seated. Let us now read the English together on the top of page 149. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Clear the tide of time and light. You guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Amariv Aravim. Let's continue together in the English on the bottom part of 151. Wisdom and wonder, passion, instruction, story and symbol, all these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love? This holiest of your works in the living language that gives it form. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. We now move into the Shema on page 152. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malachuto Leolam Ava'em. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol avecha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meyodecha v'hayu hadevarim ha'elem asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinartam levarnecha badivartam ba'am v'shivtecha beveitecha uvtecha havaderek ushofbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leyot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beineinecha uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha L'ma'an tizkeru v'asitem et chol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'elohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzi'ti etchem meretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem. Let's read together the English on top of page 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot. That wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt. That there is a better place, a promised land. That winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness. That there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. 158. Lie, 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 mi chamocha ba'alim Adonai, mi kamocha ne'dar ba'kodesh, no ra tehilot osei efelem, no ra tehilot osei efelem, lie, 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 lie. Let's read the English on top of page 161 together. Let there be love and understanding among us, and let peace and friendship be our shelters from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, hapares shukat shalom, alini ve'akol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. Moving into page 162. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam barit olam. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam barit olam. B'nei Yovein, B'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam, v'shamru B'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam barit olam. Ki shet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et hashabat lasot et hashabat ledorotam barit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam barit olam. We now move into the Amidah on page 164. When you arrive there, I invite you to stand with me. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagita hilatecha. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagita hilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol v'Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei HaKol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Ye'ula Livnei B'neihem, L'man Shemo B'Yahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ezra Sarah. Morid ha'ta'am, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, zomek noflim verofei kolim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato, lishanei afar, michamocha ba'akir wrote, umidom melach, melech meimid, umechayem, umachmir Yeshua, b'nei manatal chayot hakol, baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. We will now continue silently until page 180. You may be seated whenever you like. Oh, say shalom bimromav, huya say shalom aleinu, ve'yakol Yisrael, ve'yakol yoshvei tevel, vimru, amen. Oh, say shalom bimromav, Huya say shalom aleinu, ve'yakol Yisrael, ve'yakol yoshvei tevel, vimru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'yakol Yisrael. 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 Okay, now some words of Torah. So, this week, we find ourselves near the beginning of the book of Deuteronomy. But back in Numbers, the Israelites expressed their despair when they learned that they were going to die before they saw the land of Canaan. That they were going to become a caretaker generation for their children who'd be the true inheritors of Adonai's covenant. And boy, the Israelites did not go willingly. Well, in this week's portion, Moses continues his monologue towards the Israelites. And these Israelites that he's talking to are, of course, members of the new generation, with exception to Moses, Joshua, and Caleb, who are the only holdovers of the previous generation. Moses is telling this generation their people's story as they escape Egypt and began their wandering. And he lets slip some new details that we didn't know before during this particular part of the monologue. And he starts out by saying, remember how long you traveled with Adonai, who forced you to wander the wilderness for 40 years. And the remember here is a bit interesting because it makes it sound like Moses is talking to the Israelites who left Egypt. But the Israelites he is speaking with never really knew Egypt or were very young when they left. Anyways, he continues, the clothes you wore did not wear out, nor did your feet swell these 40 years. Well, to me, that's a huge surprise, because back in the book of Exodus, and again in Numbers, all we hear about is manna. Manna this and manna that. We're reminded again and again how wonderful manna is, and that the Israelites don't have to spend large parts of their day scavenging for food because they've got manna. The Israelites, to God's surprise, are really meh about manna. When God asks them why they don't like it so much, their response was, well, it's boring to eat it every day. And this begins a whole quail incident in the Bible, which I will talk about later, but it's a whole thing. Anyways, here we learn that our caretaker generation were the beneficiaries of two more incredible miracles. One that kept their clothes pristine for 40 years, and another that kept their feet from being swollen from a full day of walking. So Torah scholars, and myself included, are pretty obsessed with any information that has to do with these 40 years of wandering, because there is so little we know about it. Back in the book of Numbers, all we get is, and they wandered for 38 more years, half a line. That's all. We don't know where they went. We don't know what they did for fun. We don't know what stories they told their children. This is the time where the Israelites transition from slaves to their own unique people, and we don't get to see it. So this bit of new information in Deuteronomy is exciting. These Israelites were forced to wander for 38 years until their death, and yet we know some things they did not die of. Right? They didn't die from hunger because of manna. They did not die from thirst because of Miriam's well or the rock that you get with a rod. And now we know they did not die from exposure because their clothes never got worn out. And we also know they didn't stop wandering due to sore feet because their feet never got swollen. The thing is, these benefits will all go away as soon as they enter the land of Canaan. And this is why I think the book of Deuteronomy may be so necessary. Moses is not just preparing a nomadic people to become a nation, but also a people who will not receive the same treatment as their parents. And Moses reminds these new generations of Israelites that their parents were being punished. And he explains that this new generation are also wandering by saying, in order to test your heart through hardships to learn whether you would keep the divine commandments or not. Moses goes on to say that if this generation keeps God's commandments, they will receive a better reward. He quotes here saying, a good land, a land with streams and springs and fountains, a land with wheat and barley, vines, figs and pomegranates, a land of olive trees and honey. Essentially, the new generation of Israelites, through the hardship of wandering, is now ready to receive the gift of land, wide with milk and honey. And I find Adonai's understanding of reward and punishment very interesting here. Adonai punishes the Israelites by making them wander for 40 years, but Adonai also gave them everything they needed. They did not need to scavenge for food, find water, mend their clothes, or soak their achy feet. Adonai then rewards the Israelites for following the commandments by giving them a place for their nation, the land of Canaan. But it's a place where they must work, a place with no manna. The Israelites have to plant the wheat, barley, fruits, and vegetables, and then harvest them. Agriculture is a great gift, but it's a gift that requires a lot of effort. Plus, they have to make their own clothes and nurse their poor, tired feet every day. So why would the Israelites cling to a reward that forced them to give up so much? Well, I believe that the reward Adonai is offering is more than agriculture. It is civilization. And Moses says something interesting here. He says, Adonai showed you the hardship of hunger, but then gave you manna in order to teach you that a person does not live on bread alone, but that a person may live on anything Adonai decrees. And I happen to believe that the bread is food of the civilization. It requires fertile soil, technology, stability, and infrastructure to make bread. And Adonai took all of these things away to punish the Israelites and required the Israelites to live by Adonai's decrees alone. Thus, they had no choice and, ironically, no freedom to build a civilization for themselves. And Adonai offered the miracle of manna, endless water, pristine clothes, and non-swelling feet, but also took away the Israelites' capacity to choose to be a civilization. God's great miracles were cheating the Israelites from the capacity to grow into a nation. And now I understand how horrible the Israelites felt when they were condemned to the lifestyle of wandering, and how eager they are in Deuteronomy to take back their gifts of freedom and choice. And I understand why Moses feels it's necessary to spend the whole book of Deuteronomy sermonizing at the Israelites. Moses is teaching the Israelites the tools they need to build a successful civilization, and he is weaning the Israelites off the miracles that stagnated their growth. Thank you. We now move on to the Misha Berach on page 371 of your prayer books. And in our own community, we are thinking about Ross Rumack, Frank Erwiskin, Haley Goodstein, Micah Purdy, Susan Mermelstein, Kara Clift, Pat Victor, Denny Victor, Josie Lemire, Cindy Canal, Sunny Tigerian, Justin Ross, Elliot Revis, Diane Courtney, Naomi Gutstein, Eli Rosado, Gary Martin, and Jan Carolyn Hardy. If there's someone who you are thinking about in need of healing, please feel free to say their names out loud in your hearts as my hand crosses the room. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We now move to the Elenu, which is on page 587 of your prayer books, and when you arrive there, I invite you to stand with me. Elenu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'tevidu la'leotzer breshit, shahu samcho kenu lechedet shemo, v'garalenu lahamlik malchuto, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech, malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now turn to page 591. As we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding. Love each of us for the peace we bring to others. And may our deeds exceed our speech. May we never lift up our hand but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity, cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech kol ha'aretz v'yom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad u'shemo We now turn to the Mourner's Kaddish on page 598 in our prayer books, and we're going to appear to Shloshim for Alan Friedman, and these are the yard sites we're thinking about this week. Jeanette Kerman, George Karaman, Rabbi Peter Noble, Mildred Lindman, Andrew Lynn, Francesca Wolf, Joseph Wolf, Dr. Harry Block, Yerachum Ben Yosef. If there's someone who you're thinking about, please feel free to say their names out loud in your hearts as my hand crosses the room. Zikronam livracha, let me be for a blessing. Yit kedal, yit kadash, shemei rabbah, be'elma divra cheriote v'yamlik machute. B'chayechon u'v'yamechon u'v'chayei l'chol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevarak la'alam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yipa'ar v'yibromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal shemei kudasha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, l'chayim aleni v'yakol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Osei shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleni v'yakol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. We want to create harmony on high, bring peace to us and to all Israel, such we say, amen. You may be seated. I'm going to invite Roy up here to offer some announcements.
Thank you, Rabbi. You are all welcome here. You all belong here. Our evening services are generally at 6 p.m. on Fridays, except for the second Friday, such as last week, where we have the rabbis taught Shabbat at 6 and more adult version of Shabbat at 7:15. Our Shabbat morning services and Torah study start at 10:30, and those are here in person. Those are not live streamed, and run till about 11:30 or 12. We have 2 midweek prayer services. Wednesday morning minyan meeting at 8:30 via Zoom. Thursday morning minyan meeting also at 8:30, but here in the synagogue, followed by breakfast at Kava Pancake House for those who would like to do that afterwards. Rabbi Abram offers a Judaism 101 class every third Saturday, which would be tomorrow. And this week's topic is Judaism and death. Oh, and that's also in our regular Zoom room. Afterwards, if anyone doesn't know our Zoom link, you can check with me on that. Also on third Saturdays, tomorrow, starting at 1 p.m. at Fairview Rec Center is an opportunity to help feed the hungry. There's an organized food distribution at Fairview Rec Center on East 10th Avenue. They start setting up about 1 o'clock, so for the first hour to an hour and a half, there's a lot of work for volunteers to do, going through and sorting through foods that have been donated to make sure that we're actually passing on foods that we would consider edible by humans. Let's see. Also, coming up next week and every third Wednesday is our Board of Trustees meeting. It happens at 7 p.m. live in our synagogue library and is also carried via Zoom. All CBS members are welcome and encouraged to attend our monthly board meetings. A special announcement: on August 22nd, we will be sending out an email to all members, and is it also the interested people list as well? Probably just members, okay. With all of our High Holy Day events, days and times. So look for that. It will also, of course, be posted online at frozenchosen.org. I host an informal study group Fridays after Oneg for people wanting to improve their ability to read the Hebrew from our Siddur in the Latin alphabet transliteration, and that's in the library. And CBS is now hosting a meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous every Thursday at 7 p.m. in the library. Anyone who has a desire to stop drinking alcohol or a desire to maintain their current sobriety is invited to attend. Can you think of anything else I may have left out, Rabbi? Anyone else with announcements? All right. Back to you, Rabbi.
We have a couple of guests today. Anyone want to introduce themselves? You don't have to. I don't want to put you on the spot. It's fine. But we'd love to know who you are. Well, welcome. Shabbat Shalom. Yeah.
We also have in Israel. You're on vacation, and they also can stay after for the Omega and answer any questions about current events in Israel.
Right. So we actually advertised that you were going to be here, by the way. So we appreciate you sticking around for Oneg and talking to us. We really appreciate that. Thank you. Yes. We know a little about that, by the way. But fun to share notes, you know what I mean? Yes. All right, I think we're going to close with Bim Bam tonight, okay? Here we go. Bim Bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam, cheery, beery, beery, bim Bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom, y'all.